Hi, I'm Matthew from Advisor Tech Partners. I've worked with over 50 different advisory firms that utilize both Redtail and Wealthbox CRM systems. At Advisor Tech Partners, we help financial advisory firms implement the industry's best practice management, workflows, and automations to their firm. We believe that this information should be available to everyone and not hidden behind a paywall. So if you enjoy this content, please feel free to subscribe below and also give us a like and share our content with your fellow people in the industry. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to start automating your annual review process and how to get those scheduled. We know that a lot of you in your firm may still be doing scheduling on a manual basis. You may be sending out emails, maybe you're sending 30 to 40 to maybe even 50 emails at a time to a group of clients, and you have to remember to do that on, let's say, the middle of the month to make sure they schedule for next month. We want to go ahead and take that out of your hands, introduce a new technology solution and an alternative to Calendly that not a lot of financial advisors know about yet. Our solution is called GReminders, and we actually love this product for financial advisors. If you're an advisor that is looking to automate and really just start to level up their processes with how they schedule, how you really just manage your clients and really provide the best level of service to them, feel free to reach out to us via our website, send us an email, or just connect with us on LinkedIn, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. We're going to be showing you today how to actually start building and utilizing the bulk send actions. Again, this is going to allow you to automate the scheduling of your annual reviews, maybe check-in calls, and really just start dialing in your process so that you're not relying on individuals, but you're building a process for your firm so that if someone does decide to leave that position who schedules, that can automatically be taken off their plate and they could be focusing on the more high value tasks, like actually reaching out and servicing your clients. So once you're logged into GReminders, you're going to see a lot of tabs on the left-hand side here, but we're going to focus on the bulk sends, and this is going to show up under management. So we'll go ahead and click bulk sends, and here we are going to walk you through step by step on how you can do this for your own firm. So we'll go ahead and click on the new bulk send button here on the top. Since this is going to be an automated thing and you're going to want to send out emails to your clients every year, we'll go ahead and click on ongoing automation, request for an appointment, and then lastly, we're going to want to send this out via email. Now, if your clients are more comfortable with scheduling via text message, by all means, click on the text/SMS option. But we know a lot of firms out there schedule via email. And then in our case, we'll go ahead and say this is annual reviews. And let's say you have a group of clients you like to schedule their annual reviews for February. So we'll go ahead and put February. And lastly, on this page, under who are the recipients, we'll go ahead and select the last option, Wealthbox CRM contacts. We'll go ahead and click the green Save and Continue button. And now here's where the fun begins. We have a couple of different tabs here that we're going to be walking through on how to set up these automations. So first, under Schedule, we're going to want to make sure that our clients are getting scheduling emails for February, let's say a month prior. So if you maybe give them 2 to 3 week heads up, or maybe you even want to give them a full month's ahead notice, you can go ahead and make sure that that is set so that they are getting a full month to start booking their annual reviews. Now, I'll give you an example here. So let's say that we have some reviews that are going out in February, and no one really likes to check their calendars on New Year's because maybe they went out to a party. So we'll go ahead and click on the 3rd, as that's a reasonable day after New Year's to go ahead and start scheduling and getting those financial planning and financial advisory wrap-up meetings with your clients. On our next line here, we're going to want to set up how many times is this going to happen. So since this is going to be on an annual basis and you're only meeting with your clients that are in February or the ones that you want to meet with in February, we'll go ahead and make sure that this happens every 12 months. So every 12 months, if we want this to happen on a specific day, we really want this to happen on a day versus an actual calendar day. But again, you have that option to choose the first Monday of a month or maybe a second or third Monday of a month. But in our case, we'll go ahead and put the first day of the month. So if you put January 3rd, make sure that matches to your day of the month that you're trying to schedule on. And again, you can set the time frame to go out. So if you're in the East Coast, set it to the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, and let's say, hey, like I know a lot of my clients are based out of California, then you can go ahead and set that for a later date so they're not spammed with an email bright and early in the morning. Lastly, we're going to want to leave this option here. The end option should be never. Again, this is going to be an ongoing automation to schedule with your clients. So in this next section here, we see that now we're going to be starting to categorize which clients we're going to be pulling. Now, if you have custom fields that you want to pull from to schedule them from, by all means, you can go ahead and do that. But we find most firms can utilize a tagging system for their clients. And you can make this a part of your onboarding experience so that you know if you have a new client that is being onboarded in February and you want to start meeting with them every February, go ahead and start adding that to your SOPs and your processes when you're creating a new client in your CRM and adding them to your firm. So in our case, we have identified a couple of different contacts in our Wealthbox. And in our example, we'll be using Wealthbox, but in Redtail, it's the same deal, adding a tag. So in our case, we have our February clients. So we'll go ahead and make sure that that matches so that we know Joe is going to be getting this email every January 3rd. So he'll be getting that automation and he'll be sent an email to make sure that he schedules his annual review every year. So after that, we'll go ahead and now we're going to actually click on who is this being assigned to, right? In our case, we want to make sure that the lead advisor is the one that is getting the email and they're actually the one that's going to be scheduling on their calendar availability. So in our case, we'll go ahead and let's say we have our 1 hour meeting and we know that this is reserved for annual reviews. We'll go ahead and click that. If let's say in your example, you have an external URL that you want clients to be routed to, let's say you have a general website. In our case, we have our just general contact or general landing page that we want clients to go to if they're not going to be matched up. And what I mean by that is the way that these bulk sends work, and we'll get to this in the next page, is that it tries to match which CRM user is actually tagged to that lead or servicing advisor. So in our case, we see that that field as a custom field is not filled out for Joe. So in our case, we'll see that Joe won't be getting his 1 hour meeting link. He'll actually be getting routed over to our Advisor Tech Partners landing page. Now, the way to circumvent this is to make sure that all of your contacts in your CRM is cleaned up and that you do have that lead or servicing advisor role added to every single contact. And again, if they don't have that, they're not going to get a scheduling link. So I'll show you what that looks like here. So we clicked on edit and we're editing our example client, Joe Schmo. And we'll see here that exactly right, he does not have a lead advisor. Let's say I'm the lead advisor. We'll go ahead and click myself and scroll all the way to the bottom. And once we save that information, we now see that our Joe Schmo example client has this role, and now they will get that scheduling link. Now, the last thing that we're going to be covering here are the contents. So this is the email that they're going to be getting. And then lastly, our continued automations. How many times do we want to reach them? So in our example, we'll go ahead and use GReminders pre-templated email. It's going to be asking for your client, and again, it will pull the information of the contact first name in your CRM. So it'll pull Joe. So it'll say, hey Joe, it's time for our 1 hour meeting. Can you please select a time and date that is convenient for you to schedule your 1 hour meeting? This is a great way to start utilizing and introducing the idea of variables in GReminders. Lastly, you'll see here, there is a custom link that sends to every single contact that has this February tag group. This is the way that GReminders is going to track who schedules and who doesn't. So in our last option below here, it's going to ask you how many times do you want to send this email. This is the fun part. If your client has scheduled the first round of these emails going out, so let's say that first email does go out on January 3rd. If they schedule on January 4th, they will be kicked out and they won't be sent another email until the following year. Now, again, this only applies to if they're scheduling and they are utilizing this one-time use link for bulk sends. So most firms see success with sending out 3 emails, again, once every week for 3 times. And lastly, we're going to want to select the replies and who is this going to and who is it from. So in our case, we want this to be branded as the firm is sending out these emails to schedule. And next to that, what's going to be the reply email? Maybe you have someone that does handle all of the cleanup for scheduling in office. You're going to want to put that individual user here as the reply to email. And lastly, we'll go ahead and click active. And now we have saved this, and you'll see that our next run is going to be on January 3rd of 2025 so that our clients can schedule for February. Now, if we wanted to edit this, by all means, you can either click on the hyperlinked information over here, or you can click the edit button. And now that you'll see a different tab here, we have a sent log. So once those automations start and those emails start going out, you can start tracking, hey, which clients had been sent the email, which ones did click it, which ones didn't, and which ones have scheduled. And this is going to be your way to keep on top of your clients so that you don't have to manually check off your list, or maybe you still print out a list of your clients you need to meet with in February and start crossing those out. This is the way to manage your contacts and really start providing a great high-level service to all of your clients. So again, what we went over today in GReminders is how to identify and start creating those bulk sends, really giving you those ideas on how to start optimizing and really automating the way that you're scheduling with your clients. And lastly, setting the cadence on when you should be setting those meetings. Maybe you should be meeting with your clients every 12 months. Maybe your clients need a little bit more of a touch point, so you should be meeting with them every 6 months. Maybe you need to have quarterly meetings, and maybe you want to schedule a check-in or a general call just to make sure to see and check in on your clients. If you have questions about that, or if you're looking to really solidify how your service model plays out to your clients and provide the best value service, feel free to schedule an intro call with Jeff and myself, and we'd be more than happy to jump on a Zoom call with you. If you haven't already, we're also posting a lot of different other content on our channel. We just finished up our series on how to transfer over your Redtail CRM over to Wealthbox. So if you haven't given that a check out, please feel free to click on the playlist below, and also check out the other free resources that we have on our website, as we do post blogs and we do post regularly to our YouTube channel.